Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Just wanted to start a few minutes early. So, all right, Larissa, you want to come up? So, as you guys, some of you may already know, um, the Rodney family is going after Ryan Upchurch with a lawsuit for defamation. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, in my opinion, because now correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I might be wrong on this. But now that they're suing him for defamation, aren't they going to have to prove that everything he said was false? So some information is going to have to come out of this. Or even if he has to go and try to prove what he said, either way, we're going to get back into this case and more information is going to have to be released any way you look at it. So we'll go over the paperwork and talk about what's I just find it very odd that almost a year later, and of all people, it's dad and grandpa that are coming out with this. So, yeah, but either way, somebody's going to have to prove what they're saying is false, right? You know what I'm saying? Or what he said was false. So, something is going to have to come of this. And this is not good for Ryan, obviously. Obviously. But I'm sorry, I didn't even see you in here. Hey, so
Hey.
either way though, we're gonna get information. Like, this is going to bring this case back up into the light again. Hey Larissa, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me now?
Girl, you still got no volume. I guess it wasn't that. I
All
like,
right,
I
I'm
can
gonna.
see that you're talking, but it's not showing. It's not. Nobody can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna get. Hold on.
Well, hopefully we can get that figured out. Um, I was just really honestly shocked that it wasn't. You can hear her. I can't hear her. Wow, that's weird. Oh no. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, I don't know. That's bizarre. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Um, Wait a second. I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry, Larissa. I don't know why it's not. Why I cannot hear you. But you guys can all hear her, so that's weird. Mello says, "Hey y'all, Ryan has so many lawsuits going on right now. He will probably settle out of court on this one, my opinion." Well, first, let me just thank everybody for being here. Um, Me too, Dr. Mama. I think it's super interesting that it's dad and grandpa and not, who. But I do think that this will have to bring some information to light. That's just what it is. Information's going to have to come out because somebody's going to have to prove that somebody else was lying or somebody, you know what I mean? Or vice versa. So let's get into this First, let me pull up the SF Investigates Twitter thing. Okay, so false allegations have real consequences. The allegations in the Kylie Rodni case were unacceptable. Today, the process of accountability has begun. This morning, David Robertson and Daniel Rodni versus Ryan Upchurch was filed in Tennessee District Court. Of course, I mean, he seems to be awful happy about this. Okay, now here's just the actual filing information. And then we'll go over the entire paperwork. But it's just, I couldn't believe it when I saw it this morning. And we'd heard about this. We had heard months ago that the mother was suing him. And then that ended up, nothing happened with that. And now we find out that dad and grandpa. And I mean, not for nothing, you know, this is just my opinion. But it really makes you wonder, because they're going after more than $75,000. That's what the paperwork says. I mean, the original 75 grand wasn't enough. No, they're going after some more money. So let's get into why and what's going on. Zanime was happy about the lawsuit too. Yes, apparently. That's why I wanted you up here. Apparently, Zanime called into the Glarer yesterday and was talking about it. MJ said, did you notice that AWP took Kylie out of their intros? I did not. That GoFundMe started out small and they made it larger, just like the first lawsuit. Start out small, they're making it larger. See the similarities. Yes. And if you guys can remember, so the original, which I'll go over in the paperwork, because it says in the paperwork when the GoFundMe was started on August 7th, that it was to support the family of Kylie Rodni. That is not how it happened. It was originally filed, and the money was supposed to go to whoever helped find Kylie Rodni, right? And then the day that AWP came into town, Lindsay changed it. And then it was support for the Rodni family. It was never originally for the Rodni family. Hey, Cece, glad you could stop in. For some reason, my thing is not working. I cannot hear anybody. I wish the military would go into Truckee and sort this out, because I don't know if anyone in Truckee can be trusted. Okay, here we go. She kept talking about the truth and staying with the truth, and they all knew the truth. What's the truth? And that's the thing, right? That's the thing here, guys, is we're all in search of the truth, and nobody knows what that is. And that's the problem here. But I think, like I said, I think that this will get us some answers. I mean, unfortunately, it's, you know, unfortunately, it has to happen this way, and they just want to go after everybody. But I think we may actually be able to get some answers out of all of this. The community knows the truth. Yes. The community knows, don't they? And it just sucks too. Like, you know, I mean, you have freedom of first of all, aren't they going to have to prove aren't they going to have to prove that that it was defamation and that it's none of it's true? And then if that's not the case, then Ryan is going to have to prove that what he is saying is true. Ryan should put up a GoFundMe and make sure he don't have to pay all on his own. We're all involved. I mean, would granddad and dad sue if they had something to hide? Well, that's the thing. I kind of don't know why it's them. The burden of proof isn't as strict in a civil case. I think there's a lot going on in the background that we aren't privy to. Don't underestimate this family. Well, no, we're not underestimating them because, I mean, look where we are today. Look at everything that has happened, the way that it has happened. Didn't Ryan take down most of his videos on Kylie? If so, that is kind of like admitting he was wrong. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. You'd have to, I don't know if he did or not. But my thing is, why go? I mean, if it's not for money and it's really for defamation, right? If your life was really altered or changed by the videos that were made. Oh, Larissa said, yes, he did take a lot down. If it's not about money, right? And it is actually about how this affected their life in a negative way, then why go after somebody that made their last video, I mean, months ago, right? Why go after him now? I mean, it just, something doesn't seem right there to me. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that, Cece. Grandpa and Dad were there for Kylie that day more than any of the other family members. Possibly the lawsuits are a front to push for a secret out-of-court settlement through an NDA. And so they're not going to continue all the way through. They're obviously guilty. I don't understand why the huge cover-up. Yes, Melon, he apologized for saying she wasn't real. Besides everyone messing with Ryan, I am not worried for him at all. If they want to bring it all up again, then have at it. Ryan brought national attention to this case. Who cares what he said to do it? Ryan did for them what hundreds of families are begging for daily. They're ungrateful. This is complete BS. Ryan didn't do anything worse than having an opinion like we all do. He's my family. I wish everyone would leave him alone. Ashley, I could not agree with you more. Like, and that's the thing, right? Freedom of speech, like you're not even allowed to have your own opinion anymore without potentially being sued, people coming after you for it. It's ludicrous. I mean, people have the opinions they have for a reason. People think the way they think because of how this case was handled. People think how they think because of how everybody acted, how everybody went about this case, of all of the things that came out from this case. And you just, I know, my first thing was, I cannot believe after he just went through what he went through, now he's got to go through this. Maybe other lawsuits didn't pan out, so Ryan is just next on the list. I know, it's crazy. Ryan's got more money than any other person with YouTube out there, so that's why they're falling on him. That's why they're going after him. It's always been about money. Otherwise, they'd be going after a lot of YouTubers. Yes, he does, and he shared some of it. There's a reason he stopped talking about the case. I'll say that. Yeah, this is the best chance to get discovery and paperwork nobody else can possibly get. Okay, Kelly. I know, Kelly. I saw that. I felt horrible. Yeah, you can have an opinion. You just can't share it. You just got to keep it to yourself. True. See, I mean, Cece, he didn't need to do this for attention. He didn't need to do this for clicks and views. He, already had all that. I mean, to me, this has to be about just they want money. They just want more money. And it's weird too, right? Because now correct me if I'm wrong on this, but isn't Lindsay doesn't she own the Lost Trail Lodge? I thought it was taken out of Grandpa's name. I wouldn't visit that town for any amount of money after the way they handled this. Now, this is Dad and Grandpa that filed the suit or filed the thing. Well, that's the thing, right? Jason says Kylie Rodni's parents should watch out. They want this case reopened by the FBI. They will get exposed. One must think outside the box. He thought outside the box, although in Ryan's style, he did what we all do. Sugar son, I'm still ready to go there. She's crazy. Okay, let me pull up this paperwork. Well, no, Mom, obviously they did not. And that's the thing, right? Once Kylie, okay, so this Kylie's case is what happened. Kylie's case broke the seal on Truckee. So when everybody started looking into Truckee and looking into the characters and looking into everybody involved and started finding a bunch of sketchy stuff, it opened up a whole can of worms. And then everybody started digging into all of that. So, I mean, not for nothing, but it brought a lot of stuff to light, her case did. And I always said that, Kylie she shined light on a town that's full of corruption and cover-ups and nonsense. But this is where I'm coming from. Okay. It'll be a year next week, August 6th. It will be a year that this happened. And they're just now going after somebody and they're going after Upchurch. And I just think that's insane. Oh, thank you, Silence. So, I mean, let's just go over this and go through this and see what this says. The timing sucks. Lake Time said the case is weak, in my opinion. All right. The United States District Court for the Middle District of Tennessee, Nashville Division, David Robertson and Daniel Rodni versus Ryan Upchurch. This diversity action arises from the defamatory conduct of defendant Ryan Upchurch, as explained below. Church is a media personality, musician, and a prolific YouTuber who has approximately 3 million subs on YouTube as of the date of this filing. Upchurch began posting about the disappearance of Kylie Rodni, the granddaughter of plaintiff David Robertson, and the daughter of plaintiff Daniel Rodni, after Kylie's disappearance in August of 2022 became a viral international news story. And again, it only became a viral national news story because we all looked at it and saw teenagers running search parties. We saw a teenager in control of talking to other teens that were supposedly at the party that night. People started looking into this because from the very jump of this case, you could see it was nothing but BS. I mean, total BS. You've never seen anything like it. That's why it became viral. That is why, because people were like, what the hell am I looking at here? Kylie Rodni disappeared. Oh, wait. There's an entire industry of true crime would-be sleuths posting all kinds of information on the internet. Upchurch had not previously participated in so-called true crime YouTube, but began to do so as the Kylie Rodni case became news. Kylie Rodni disappeared after a party near Tahoe National Forest on August 6th, 2022. But according to the story, she disappeared from a party in Prosser, which is in the National Tahoe Forest, not near it, in it. Let me see. Yep, they want Ryan's money. So now we can't discuss national news. Nope. Larissa said, are we all getting sued? Daisy said it's all about the money. It's got to be about the money. Yeah, that is true. Technically, Sugar said, technically that's not true because Ryan also got involved in the Summer Wells case. Shelly said, this is BS and he is only getting attacked because he has money and I'm sure his birth giver is trying to push this crap. Yeah, disappeared near but found in. How does that make any sense? All right. In the weeks following her disappearance, numerous online posters began wildly speculating as to what really happened to Kylie Rodni. As it would ultimately turn out, Kylie died of drowning when her vehicle crashed into the Prosser Reservoir and became submerged below 14 feet of water. No foul play was suspected. Right. Not a drop of water in her lungs, but we're expected to believe that she drove herself into the lake from the hatchback of the vehicle, but didn't end up with a drop of water in her lungs. Okay. Church was a prominent figure in this wild speculation. After Kylie Rodni's body had been found and after authorities had publicly stated that an autopsy had confirmed her identity, guys, let's not forget that this autopsy was jam-packed full of inconsistencies. Upchurch uploaded several videos making outlandish claims, including that Kylie Rodni, Daniel Rodni, and David Robertson were not real, and that the entire tragic episode was a scam by Kylie's family to raise money on a GoFundMe website. Again, I can't speak for him because I'm not him, but I think he meant the story that you guys are trying to push is not real, right? Like that's what I think he was saying, but I could be wrong. And we've said that. I mean, how many times have we been talking about this and we're like, okay, something happened to this girl, but the story that we're being told is not the truth. The whole, it makes you feel that way. Upchurch also published images of David Robertson and further published Daniel Rodney's former home address to his 3 million subs. Mr. Upchurch has a loyal following of viewers who refer to themselves as the Creek Squad. Upchurch directed the Creek Squad to search for Kylie Rodney's vehicle and posted Google Earth images of Daniel Rodney's former home, falsely stating that he had found Kylie's car there. Exactly. Oh, Cece said, I want proof she crashed. Me too. And SF also put out another tweet saying that the case is completely closed and that CHP has finished their report. But there's 2 other cases before Kylie's that they have to put the report out on. And then hers is the 3rd one in line. So he's saying that it will be coming out soon, the CHP report on her car. Don't know if that's true. That's just what he said in a tweet today. Other creators should watch and learn. This is justice for Kylie Rodney. Gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that one, because I do think justice will come for Kylie, but it's not going after everybody that had opinions. It's not going after everybody that didn't believe the story. But I do think that if they want to keep coming with these lawsuits at people, that the truth will be revealed. The truth will have to come out, because something is going to have to come. Something is going to have to give. I'm sorry if this was for defamation or anything else. A majority of us who have covered Kylie should be sued too. That's why I think it's about money. Oh, for sure. Definitely about money. Okay. While generating hundreds of thousands of views on his videos relating to Kylie Rodney's disappearance, Upchurch promoted his own music, often uploading new music content between videos on the Kylie Rodney case. He makes music. Of course he was still uploading music videos. You boneheads. Of course he was. That's literally his job. Daniel Rodney essentially went into hiding and made substantial investments in home security, surveillance cameras, etc. Several Creek Squad members made outlandish videos of their own. One self-admitted Creek Squad member named Julio made several videos under the moniker An All-American Cartel. Julio posted videos of the Lost Trail Lodge, a vacation resort operated by David Robertson. In one of these videos, Julio speculated that the Rodney Robertson family was performing child sacrifices at the lodge as part of a religious cult. Several Creek Squad members flooded the lodge's internet profiles with negative online reviews. The negative attention directed to David Robertson and his lodge caused him to suffer financial losses. Really? David Robertson and Daniel Rodney have each experienced extreme emotional distress, attributable to Upchurch's postings, compounding their already profound grief at the tragic loss of their granddaughter and daughter. Emotional distress. Extreme emotional distress. Why is that? It's too bad that these people didn't care about Kylie's emotional distress that she seemed to feel, that she seemed to have going on. That's the thing, right? You know, we all have the right to our own opinion. This is where it breaks down the case. Julio is not Creek Squad. So that adds to the question of Kylie, of was Kylie taken out for money or sold? Yeah, I wondered that, Lassie. I wondered that. Okay. There's got to be a reason that Lindsay isn't the one suing. I mean, Dad hardly seen Kylie from all we've heard. I know. That's BS to say it's emotional distress, because if that was the case, look how long the last video Ryan made was. And now all of a sudden, months later, they get this emotional. That's what I'm saying. Why go after somebody that stopped making Kylie videos months ago? That when they're, I mean, not for nothing, but there's still people making Kylie videos today. So what? Unless it's about money, why go after Ryan? You guys, this is the thing, right? The emotional distress that they're feeling is because people want to know what happened, and people won't stop digging for answers. People won't stop digging into this rabbit hole and that one and that one and that one until they can find the truth. And, I really hope that this right here brings what's going on, brings light, brings a little bit of the truth, because that seems to be the only thing we can't find. Okay. The lawsuit seeks to hold Upchurch accountable for his actions and intentional misconduct as outlined below. David Robertson is a citizen and resident of California. Daniel Rodni is a citizen and resident of California. Upchurch is a citizen of Tennessee and resides in the Middle District of Tennessee. This court has jurisdiction over this action pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332 because the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000, exclusive of interest and costs, and because there is complete diversity of citizenship between the plaintiff and the defendants. Venue is proper in this jurisdiction pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1391 because a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claim occurred in the district, and because defendant resides in this district. Suit is timely filed pursuant to a tolling agreement agreed to by all parties on February 13th, 2023. Factual background. I like how they put factual background in there. How is he the only, or hold on a second. How is he the one her family is after? Has there not been other people to distress her family? Yeah, Ashley, that's why I say, this has to be about money. They just want money. If Ryan didn't give the case attention, she wouldn't have been found. The public will make mistakes. So they waited for the CHP report to be almost public knowledge and then went for him. I can't wait to see this report. Yeah, right? If it's anything though, like the autopsy that came out, it's like, why even bother, honestly? So again, MJ, we don't know, like SF tweeted that it's complete. But it hasn't come out yet. Apparently there's 2 more reports in front of Kylie's that have to be released first, and then his will be released. I didn't see anyone else trying to give away a Hellcat to find her. This will not last in court. All right. Here we go with the factual background, okay? Plaintiffs incorporate all above paragraphs. Kylie Rodni disappeared on August 6, 2022. Her disappearance became international news. On August 7th, a family of Kylie's mother, Lindsay Neiman, created a GoFundMe page titled Support for the Family of Kylie Rodni. That is a lie. That is a freaking lie. That money, it was not titled Support for the Family of Kylie Rodni. That money was supposed to go to the person that found Kylie, right? That's what they created the GoFundMe for. And then, like I said, and then all of a sudden, when AWP was set to come into town, they changed it to support for the family of Kylie Rodni. I mean, is there anybody in chat that remembers that? Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. So I'm glad everybody remembers that, because that is a lie. That is not true. For real, it's all for money. What about Ryan? He's been attacked for his money since he came up in the music world. It's really sad. Everyone wants a crumb, but the true ones. It is. It is really sad. I don't know what relation you are to Ryan, but it is super sad that, everybody keeps coming after him like this. I couldn't believe it with the whole thing with his mom. I couldn't believe somebody's mom was doing that, but are they going to sue AWP for saying her death looked like a, rather than an accident? That was a big issue in itself that raised that. Everybody knows. They changed the reason because all of the controversy they stirred up. And then the realtor that created it passed. Is that true? I didn't know that. Have to look into that. I did not know that. Okay. Anyways, back to this. Plaintiffs David Robertson and Daniel Rodni are members of the family of Kylie Rodni. Upchurch posts his first video about Kylie Rodni on August 13th, 2022, and soon accuses fellow YouTubers of involvement in Kylie's death. Ryan began posting about Kylie Rodni on YouTube on August 13th, 2022. At this time, the whereabouts of Kylie Rodni were unknown. In these videos, Upchurch offered outlandish theories of the truth of what happened to Kylie. Filed yesterday. Upchurch initially theorized that a person named Rodni, who was a caller to a YouTube show hosted by YouTuber Ickmel, was a red herring and a made-up character. In a comment replied to this video, Red Flag Rodni number 2, a YouTuber user posted, "Dude, be careful. You're going to get sued for slander, for real." Upchurch replied to this user, "They can slander these nuts, LOL." And of course, they included a freaking picture of it. In a video posted on August 20th, 2022, Upchurch falsely claimed that various other YouTube true crime would-be sleuths, including YouTube personalities Zanime and Ickmel, were responsible for or somehow involved in the death of Kylie Rodni. You know what I think is really weird about this? Is why are they including all of these other people in there? Like, why are they bringing up Zanime and Ickmel, right? If their suit is just defamation for them, right? Then why are they talking about him saying these things about Ickmel and Zanime? That has nothing to do with Daniel or David. It seems to me like they're trying to paint a picture here that do you guys know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem right to me. To frame a weak case, right? That's what I'm saying. They're just adding a bunch of stuff in there to make him sound really bad. This must be why I got a call from someone close to Zanime. I can't believe another YouTuber outed Upchurch. What do you mean? Another YouTuber outed him. Yeah, Discovery is going to be insane. And of course, we don't know what Ryan's going to do with this. We don't know how he's going to, what he's going to do, if he's going to want to fight it, if he's going to settle, what he's going to do. He tried to give away a Hellcat for anyone who found her. He was only trying to help. This is the perfect doorway for us to finally address the teeing issue in Placer and Nevada counties. Hold on. Everyone that has been defamatory and evil should be held accountable. I think everybody in her life and in that town that knew something and kept their mouth shut and didn't say anything should be held accountable. I think anybody who wasn't there to help her or wasn't there to stand up for her or wasn't there to, nobody was there for her. And everybody wants to worry about everybody else's feelings who got hurt. That's what's sickening to me. This was a 16-year-old girl that made a song about cutting herself twice a year because she had pain inside that nobody was there to help her with, that nobody was there to care about her with, that nobody was there for her. And then this whole thing happens. And then they pulled her body out of a lake and you got all these people that claim to care about her why wasn't anybody there for her then? Huh? It makes no sense. Why are we worried about her and everybody else's? That's the problem with the world today, is everybody is so freaking sensitive. Okay. Nobody would be saying anything if it didn't go down the way it went down. Nobody would be suspicious of anything if it didn't go down the way that it freaking went down. So, no, I don't agree. Yes, Shelley. Okay. Carly Russell is an example of what Ryan was trying to point out. Sometimes we think, and it's not making sense. So we look for truth. And guess what? Someone are fake. Some people are fake. And right, like her case was. Sorry, I'm trying to go through and read some of your guys' stuff. The town isn't going to want to be in the light again. Okay, Ashley said he's my cousin. I'm a fan of him, though, in true crime. I hate to see any more lawsuits for him. He doesn't deserve it. I can name a lot of sketchier people in the situation. If anybody should be sued, it should be good old Swami. She was the last one supposedly to see and speak to Kylie. Think about how they announced it was her. Then did a public release and an accident. And not for nothing, but then they released the autopsy. First they come out and say it was an accident. And then they want to release this autopsy that we're all just left with more questions than answers because none of it made any freaking sense. And then no public, nothing. They never came out and made another statement about it, period. The whole town should have to answer questions. They need to speak truth because Kylie deserves justice. Could this be a way for them to bring the darkness and corruption of Truckee to light? I think it could be if it goes down that way. I know more than I post. Not everything is for public view. They did spell it wrong, but they were using an example of how it was spelled on his video. I said the same thing. It didn't look like they were going to find her before Ryan got involved. Okay. Drew says, I still to this day think she faked her death and went on to a new life. And I think her mother knew that's why she reacted like she did. Kylie was wicked smart. She could have pulled it off with help. All right, let me get back over here. In the video titled Exactly What I Think Happened to Kylie Rodni, Upchurch suggested that Xana May and Iqbal were responsible for the disappearance of Kylie, stating, if you look at the timeline of Kylie, see, that's where it's spelled wrong, being there, Ronnie seeing that, and her, Xana May, having a video of the party. Isn't it possible that they took her, which is why no kids seen this? And if that's what happened, that would explain why Iqbal is acting crazy and being like, look, everyone, Ronnie's real. The same day, August 20th, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a different video, this time widely speculated that Iqbal was a trafficking code word. Kylie Rodni's body is discovered on August 21st, 2022. That day, authorities publicly confirmed that the body was more than likely Kylie and that an autopsy had been ordered to confirm the identity. Authorities confirmed the identity of Kylie on August 23rd. I wonder why, though, 2 days later. She was found on the 21st, right? That's the story. And then they couldn't confirm it was her until the 23rd. The Placer County, California Sheriff's Office posted the following statement to the Sheriff's public Facebook page on August 23rd, 2022. Today, an autopsy was conducted on the deceased individual who was found in the Placer Reservoir on Sunday, August 21st. The Nevada County Sheriff Coroner has identified the decedent as 16-year-old Kylie Rodni of Truckee. The Placer County Sheriff's Office and the Nevada County Sheriff's Office are in communication with Kylie's family and offer our deepest condolences to them during this extremely difficult time. This is an ongoing investigation and no other information is available. The Placer County Sheriff's Office attached the below image to this Facebook post. The image reads, identity of Kylie Rodni confirmed. The Placer County Sheriff's Office publicly stated the Sheriff's Office was in communication with Kylie's family and offer our deepest condolences to them during this extremely difficult time. On August 22nd, 2022, Kylie Rodni's family released a public statement which was widely reported. In the statement, the family asked for privacy to grieve. Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to Life's song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls. You know, and I'm going to say it again. And, you know, we can agree to disagree on this. People, you know, this is just my opinion. But the day after your daughter is pulled out of her car, is pulled out of the lake with her all the way in the back, the next day, this is your reaction. Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to Life's song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls. I mean, are we in the twilight zone here? For real. For real, for real. How many of you how many of you that have children can honestly say that the day after your daughter and her car were pulled out of a lake, that would be your response. I mean, we've said that about Lindsay the whole entire time, because the whole entire time she was missing, people didn't seem to act like it mattered. People didn't seem to act like they were distraught or grieving or upset. I saw more smiles than I did tears from everybody involved. Whoa, I'm way back here. Okay. There would never be a day. Yeah. I'm not stating anything as fact. I said, in my opinion. Okay. Here's the full statement released by Kylie's family. We are eternally grateful for the love and support you have shown us in the last couple of weeks. We have weathered a storm of unfathomable force, and it is purely thanks to the army of warriors, matriarchs, healers, and helpers holding us up that we continue to stand today. Mr. Rogers famously told a story of looking for the helpers whenever he saw scary things in the news. We have not had to look for the helpers, as you have all come to our rescue in full force. We are forever indebted to you. While we accept this sadness cast under death's shadow, the rising sun shines light upon us, reminding us not to mourn our loss, but to celebrate Kylie's spirit and the gift that we all received in knowing her. Kylie will surely remain with us, even though we will not get her back. There are certain occasions when words fail. Perhaps this is why our human nature has given us art, dance, and music, which are often more effective ways to connect us to each other and our rawest emotions. Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to life's song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls. In gratitude, the Rodni Neiman family. Where was her? Did her family know about her song on SoundCloud? Did they know how their daughter and their granddaughter was hurting? Did they know what was making her feel that way? It's gonna be a while. Because where was all their concern for her then? Where was their concern for her when she didn't show up at that night, when she never came home and her mom went to bed? Where was the care for her then? When she got up the next morning, realized her daughter didn't come home, and she went to go Starbucks to get coffee. Where was their family's concern for her? Where was it? Because I don't see it. I haven't seen it this whole time. Larissa said, in my opinion, Dad and Grandpa showed the most care out of anyone for Kylie. That's just me. Yeah, that's why I'm so shocked. I mean, you could tell that the dad was like, when they pulled her car out and the dad found out about the windows and her being in the back of the car, he was upset. He was angry. He was, he's like, there's no way. So I'm very shocked that this is going down how it's going down. I do not think they ever heard her song. Rumple Long Hair said. Those channels that get you going and say there's something up. That just flew right by. And then when the police come out and say everything's fine, they just stop. Ryan won't settle. He understands the implications of allowing this to succeed, and it isn't going to happen. What if they don't have involvement with Lindsay, and Lindsay is the one with something to hide, and that's why she's not suing? I thought Dad and Grandpa would fight more for the truth, not sue Ryan. Dad looks awful nowadays. He's hurt, but his anger is misdirected. Oh, yeah, I heard about all that. I know. Won't they have to disprove the things that Ryan was uncovering? That's what I'm saying. Somebody's going to have to prove something, or somebody's going to have to prove somebody was lying. And the only way to do that is to present evidence of that, right? So something has to come of this. Mello said, of course he is going to settle. He took down videos and apologized already. He said she didn't exist. Ryan cannot win this. All right, let's get back to this. On August 22nd, the day after Kylie Rodni's body was found, Upchurch posted a video in which he appeared to express his condolences to Kylie's mom and Kylie's family and Kylie's friends. That is, upon information and belief, Upchurch was aware on August 22nd, 2022, that the authorities had stated that they had recovered a body that was more than likely Kylie's. In the same video, Upchurch appeared to criticize other YouTubers for capitalizing on the Kylie Rodni case to promote themselves. 2 days later, Upchurch uploaded a video promoting his own music. After Kylie Rodni's body is found and her identity is confirmed, Upchurch publicly claims Kylie Rodni is a bullshit person, her family is not real, and her death is a scam to raise money on GoFundMe. On August 29th, 2022, after Kylie Rodni's body had been found, and after they confirmed it was Kylie, and after Kylie's family had released a public statement, Upchurch uploaded a video titled "Zero Proof of Kylie Rodni's Situation Being Real." In this video, Upchurch stated, "Everyone telling me I should be ashamed of myself. How dare you? That, oh, this is faked. Show me that it's real. Show me proof of Kylie Rodni." I mean, not show us proof of anything. Show us proof of what happened, right? Show us something that's freaking factual. Show us something that is real, because you can't, I mean, this is crazy. Also in this video, Upchurch suggested the Kylie Rodni case was a scam to raise money through GoFundMe. Do you realize that you can be a millionaire on GoFundMe by catfishing people with internet deaths? You could do it fast as F. Look at the Kylie Rodni GoFundMe. It's made $63,000 in the past 7 days. That's one GoFundMe for Kylie Rodni. If you have 5 GoFundMes for each individual person that you catfish, fake a death with, all you need is 3 people. 3 people, 3 viral stories. You're a millionaire in 2 weeks. Now that might raise red flags. There might be discrepancies in you getting your money, but you see how I just said that and explained it. That will be taken and interpreted by people who are in on the scheme, that are getting a cut of the money. I mean, why wouldn't they defend? It's free money. It's free money that gets the heat off of you, because everybody's looking for a bullshit person that you made up. Because why? Because you pushed a car in the lake? Show me real proof of Kylie Rodni existing. Show me anything that indicates this is real. You can't, because it isn't. It's a scam. This video had 246,000 views as of July 24th, 2023. Kylie Rodni was a real person. On September 1st, 2022, Upchurch posted a video titled "Found Another Picture of Kylie's CRV on Google Earth." This video was a phone screen recording of Upchurch performing internet searches relating to the plaintiff, Daniel Rodni. In this video, Upchurch searched for Kylie Rodni's dad, Daniel, and posted a phone number and address for him. Upchurch also posted a Google Earth recording purporting to locate Daniel Rodni's home. Upchurch zoomed into a pixelated image, which, per the title of the video, he claimed was another picture of Kylie's CRV. This video has 146,000 views at the time of this filing. As a result of this video and the ensuing negative attention he received, Daniel Rodni essentially went into hiding and made substantial investments in home security, surveillance cameras, etc. Let me go over and see what some of you were saying over here. Ryan's videos are still up. So true. Demanding proof needs to go both ways. Yeah, why aren't they going after Tony? Ryan gave money towards finding Kylie. To me, that's a recognition of dropping that theory. It's all hype. The Smith names are a piss take. Too strange to pick that. Well, you're saying the videos have been taken down. A lot of people are saying his videos are still up. So I don't know. Oh, Larissa said there's a few that have been taken down. I know his mom went on an apology tour after getting busted stealing from Ryan, and she was reaching out to Lindsay. So yes, I think she is involved with the going after Ryan, and look at what Ryan posted. Aunt B, I rarely comment. I do listen often. Not looking for sympathy. Our son was in a fatal car accident 3.5 years ago. I'm a hot mess. I can't fathom how Lindsay's heart or mind works. Right, Aunt B? That's what we're saying. Ryan's mom got in contact with them. She made a video about it and then removed it. She said, just wait and see. He will be sued, and here we are. What kind of mom goes after her kid like that? This lawsuit is either going to prove that it was really an accident or prove that it wasn't. We'll see who wins. Okay, Mello said he took down the lives where he said she didn't exist. Get back to me when you do more research. I have sent them all. Trust me, I believe it's all BS. He did nothing wrong, but those are the facts. I think because of this, sleuths are now going to have to say allegedly all of the time. They unalive a 16-year-old minor girl, then want to sue the people that are looking into it. Sounds like a typical cover-up and intimidation tactics we've seen 100 times. Okay. All we need is the CHP report. So we will have that before to prove things. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay. On September 3rd, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a video titled Kylie Rodni. In this video, Upchurch stated, Kylie Rodni is not Kylie Rodni. Kylie Rodni is Callie Ross. Callie Ross's dad is fake. Kylie Rodni's grandpa. So if you look at Kylie, Kiely, and look at her situation and who's around her, look at the air quotes, grandpa, because the grandpa on Kylie's page, is the dad on Callie's page. In this video, Upchurch posted photographs of plaintiff David Robertson with quotation marks around the phrase Kylie Rodni's grandpa and Kylie's grandpa. This video has 241,000 views at the time of this filing. Also on September 3rd, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a YouTube short video titled Kylie Rodni is actually a woman named Callie Ross. Video coming in an hour. In this video, Upchurch asserted that Kylie Rodni, Daniel Rodni, David Robertson, and Kylie Rodni's mother were not real. Specifically, Upchurch stated, I would not say this unless I was 100% confident. Kylie Rodni is not real. Her grandfather is not real. Her dad is not real. Her mom is not real. All the pictures and videos you're seeing of this Kylie Rodni person are actual pictures and videos from someone else named Callie that are 5 to 7 years old. This video has 324,000 views at the time of this filing. On September 7th, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a video titled, Still No Pictures of Kylie Rodni at This Party. In this video, Upchurch stated, it's been what, like 4 days since I made an update video on the Kylie Rodni case? Man, the comments are just flooded with snotty-nosed idiots. When you going to give that apology? When you going to give that apology? Never. There you go. Does that make you happy? Probably not. You're probably effing tearing up your whole room right now. And I don't care. I still think the same exact thing. I don't know why everyone's in the comments being like, why'd you change your story again? No, it's still the same story. I still think it's bullshit. Still not buying it. Just not. In this video, Upchurch again directly referred to plaintiff David Robertson stating, the grandpa, why is the grandpa on Facebook and on YouTube telling people in the comments to leave me alone? What? This video has 122,000 views. Upchurch continued to post about the Kylie Rodni case as late as December 22nd, 2022. That's what I'm saying. That's 7 months ago. 7 months ago. So why go after him now unless it's just for money? When he uploaded a video titled Kylie Rodni Only Logic Part 1. In this video, Upchurch stated, let's be honest with ourselves. At this point in this video, there is nothing to lead me to believe that this person is real. The Kylie Rodni person. There is nothing that shows me she's real yet. In this video, Upchurch also reiterated his theory that Kylie Rodni was a girl named Callie Ross. In a comment to this video, a YouTuber named Steve's Random Adventures 9066 commented, so basically you want everybody to believe you, even though you have zero proof and you're claiming this girl doesn't even exist, yet you're on here saying that you're not going to believe anybody else because they don't have proof. Streaming revenue must be going down. Upchurch replied, no, it's actually at an all-time high, and I'm making an insane amount of money, which is why I'm flopping my thing on the table and trying to fight corruption, because I'm a good guy and I'm rich. Fighting evil that is rich, because that's what I do. A photo of the exchange is here. All right, causes of action, defamation. Let me go over and see. We've all speculated and had theories. Technically, this was his theory, right? Upchurch is getting Alex Jones. You're not trying to help when you say the person that's missing doesn't exist. What are you all? Don't realize he was feeding into your propaganda, etc. He knew what would trigger you. Ryan has a way that he is. He is highly opinionated, and he's open about that. The case wouldn't have the coverage that it did if it wasn't for Ryan. He blew it up and donated, but can't have his own opinions. Someone must have a screenshot of the GoFundMe before they changed from a reward to a personal gain. Come on now. I'm with CNY all the way. But Ryan did say she didn't exist. That's what they are going to use. Yes, he did. He did say that she didn't exist and that this was not real. In his defense, though, now looking back, I mean, no proof of anything was released when the autopsy came out. It didn't match what we were told what was Kylie, right? The tattoo was wrong. The height was wrong. The weight was wrong. The hair length was wrong. The organ weights were wrong. I mean, it didn't match Kylie at all. So looking back now, and let's talk about the infamous last known photo of her. Okay, that's looks nothing like Kylie. Okay, can we just say that? But looking back now, I mean, what is real, right? Nobody released actual physical proof. There's no pictures of her at the party. All the pictures we got were old, right? Older. The last known photo of her was a crappy photoshopped picture. I mean, it's you know. Okay, Smiley. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. But here's to hoping and praying that this does bring light to the situation, that this does bring out the truth of what happened to Kylie. His theory was based on researched information, in my opinion, said Outdoorsy Life. Way too much sketchiness, which is why we're all questioning this case. I think Sammy was the worst spokesperson. What Ellie lets a kid basically lead the investigation. She made my skin crawl. And that's the thing, I know. And that's the freaking thing, right? That's why everybody started looking into this case, because nobody had ever heard of such a thing. I mean, they had search parties. Anybody who found evidence was supposed to hand it in to a group of teenagers that were collecting it. There goes chain of custody. So none of that's good if you find any. They had Sammy doing the teen to teen talks. The last person to see the victim, the last person, in her own words, to see or speak to the victim was leading the teen to teen talks. I mean, come on, guys. Yep, we've all been gaslit from the very beginning. Okay. Plaintiffs incorporate all above paragraphs. In addition to the statements described above, plaintiffs submit a video montage, Exhibit A, of various defamatory statements made by Upchurch in his video broadcast. Upchurch published several statements of and concerning both David Robertson and Daniel Rodni through the broadcasting of his YouTube videos related to the case. Upchurch's false claims that Kylie Rodni was not real, David Robertson was not real, and Daniel Rodni were not real defamed plaintiffs. I mean, if you guys were to say CNY is not a real person, Christy's not a real person, that's not defaming me. That's not going to change my life. That's not going to make it so I can't work or live. I just think it's bogus, dude. I think this whole thing is nonsense. Upchurch's false claims that Kylie Rodni was a BS person and that her disappearance was a scam to raise money on GoFundMe defamed plaintiffs. Upchurch's false claims that plaintiffs were in fact relatives of a person named Callie Ross, implying that plaintiffs were actors pretending to be someone other than they in fact were, defamed plaintiffs. No. Don't you have to prove, in order to do defamation, don't you have to prove that it drastically changed your livelihood, right? It affected your job. It affected your life. It somehow impeded your it some way impeded you from living your life, you from moving on with your life. Don't you have to prove that? right? But we are talking about a minor. Yeah, but they're not. They're not. They're saying that by him making these videos, it defamed their character. It defamed their life. How? They will have to prove or disprove everything with substantial evidence and experts. CNY family, I guess it matters not to this family that it was Ryan who gave 100,000 to AWP for finding their daughter. And not for nothing, because I know a lot of you have been here from the beginning. But if you remember, the GoFundMe was at 50,000. And then it was either the 12th or the 13th that the family received an anonymous $25,000 donation. And then Lindsay ended up changing the GoFundMe to being for the support of her family and not for the person finding her after they got that money, after they got that anonymous 25 grand. It's almost a year. The money is running out. Time to re-up. Okay. Statute of limitations is 1 year. 11 months later, they sue. I mean, it's such BS. Upchurch's false claims that plaintiffs were involved in a scheme to catfish, fake a death, defamed plaintiffs. As a result of all these statements, plaintiffs suffered reputational injury, financial losses, and emotional distress. Upchurch made each of the above statements only after authorities had publicly identified Kylie Rodni and confirmed her identity. Upchurch made each of the above statements only after Kylie Rodni's family had released a written statement confirming her death. Upchurch thus made his false and defamatory publications with reckless disregard for the falsity of the statement. At a minimum, Upchurch acted with negligence in failing to ascertain the truth of the false statements he published to his 3 million YouTube subscribers. False light invasion of privacy. Plaintiff incorporates all above paragraphs. For the same reasons that Upchurch may be held liable for defamation, he may be held liable for false light invasion of privacy. Upchurch's false statements concerning the plaintiffs place them in a false light, which would be highly offensive to a reasonable person. It would be highly offensive to a reasonable person to be falsely accused of participating in a scam to profit from a GoFundMe. It would be highly offensive to a reasonable person to be falsely accused of having misrepresented themselves and their identities, lying about who they are and who their loved ones are. It would be highly offensive to a reasonable person to be accused of being fake and not real while grieving the tragic death of a loved one, whom Upchurch also referred to as a BS person, fake and not real. Grieving, okay. It would be highly offensive to a reasonable person while grieving the tragic death of a loved one. We just didn't, oh my God. It would be highly offensive to a reasonable person to be called fake and not real in the days after their daughter/granddaughter suffered a tragic fatal accident. I mean, I think it's highly offensive of them as her family to say that it was an accident when they don't even, there's no proof of it being an accident whatsoever. I think that's what's highly offensive here. I'm just sad that Kylie's family didn't get a DNA test to prove it was really her, and now we will not believe what they say without concrete proof and leave Ryan alone. They are mad. AWP found a CRV. What do you mean? I wonder if Dad and Gramps know about this. They're the ones who did it. That whole town, including Kylie's family, ruined their own reputation, allowing teenagers who should have been suspects to run an investigation. Mom was eating sushi as her baby was pulled from the water. This lawsuit might be what exposes everything. Stop it. I heard Lindsay came out of retirement and went to work for Child Protective Services. Is that true? We got to confirm that. Maybe, just maybe, they are filing this because they are not able or satisfied with Ellie to get answers. So they are doing this to get the truth. I mean, could be. We do live in the upside down. That could be. Yeah, look how easy it was for them to find evidence on Carly Russell's case. Why not Kylie's? Yes, at first they did say somebody took her. Can we please hit those thumbs up? Yes, everybody, please take a second and hit that thumbs up for me. Why is Lindsay and Tony not part of the suit? Oh, sugar. Okay. Upchurch acted with reckless disregard of the truth of these statements as described above. See, that's the thing right there. Upchurch acted with reckless disregard of the truth of these statements. So they should have to prove that everything he said was false. I think that we might just get somewhere. We might just get some answers. In fact, Upchurch himself appeared to understand the statements were false, as he had previously expressed condolences to Kylie's mom in a video published August 22nd, before later declaring Kylie's mom is not real in a video published September 3rd. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. As described above, Upchurch's conduct in uploading his defamatory videos was intentional, and he acted with reckless disregard for the falsity of his defamatory statements. Upchurch chose to target members of a grieving family who only days earlier had learned the tragic news that their 16-year-old daughter and granddaughter had died in a fatal accident. Let me tell you about how distressed this family was, okay? They had camp set up, right? At the, where was it? The RV, or not the RV, the rec center, right? So you got this Cassie Hebel, who's friends with the family, who's doing all the speaking, blah, blah, blah. And then she wants to sit there and say, oh my gosh. And I talked about this in an earlier video. So she wants to sit there and say, oh my gosh, it was great. People were there. They were playing music for Mama, referring to Lindsay. People were singing and dancing. And then Kylie's body was found, and it all changed. And then we had to go to, well, how are we going to deal with this and celebrate the community? Okay, so let me get this straight. So you're just told that her car has been found and she's in the back of it. Okay, gone. And the first thing that you want to say is, well, how are we going to deal with this and celebrate the community? Why in the hell are you worried about celebrating the community when you just find out that the 16-year-old girl that everybody's been looking for has been found deceased in the hatchback of her vehicle, 14 feet underwater, that had been searched for 2 weeks. And you're worried about how the community feels. Y'all are up there singing, dancing, playing guitars during this search party, which, by the way, her dad was out there searching on an ATV. He was actually looking. Her mother wants to sit there and talk about, well, I just stayed at camp because I'm not trained to look for missing people. So I just let them handle it. Who? These teenagers that are over here working this investigation, these teenagers who are over here collecting evidence that's supposedly, out there. Who? But you, as the mother, are not trained to go out and look for your daughter because you're too busy sitting there listening to music and singing and dancing and having a grand old time. Upchurch chose to target members of a grieving family who only days earlier had learned the tragic news that their 16-year-old daughter and granddaughter had died in a fatal accident. In espousing his false claims, Upchurch capitalized on the media attention the Kylie Rodni disappearance had attracted to promote his own music and capture streaming revenue from YouTube views. He already had the music. He already did music. He already had the fans. He was already getting the views. So, in fact, Upchurch openly bragged in the comments to one of these videos about making money from the Kylie Rodni case, stating, "I'm making an insane amount of money." That also could have been taken out of context, because just because he says I'm making an insane amount of money doesn't mean that it's coming from the Kylie case. It could have been coming from his music views as well. Upchurch directed his loyal band of followers, the Creek Squad, to search for Kylie Rodni's car. He then uploaded a video claiming to have discovered the car at the home of Daniel Rodni. As a result of these actions, Daniel Rodni was subjected to an invasion of his privacy and personal security. Let me go over here, see what you guys are saying for a second. Somebody said I'd be running around like crazy looking for my daughter. Well, I would have never went to bed. I can tell you that right now. Hold on, Patty. I'm looking. Give me a second, you guys. I must be missing it. Oh. Hold on. Listen, whether or not, I'm going to just say this because I don't know what's going on in the chat. I can't read that over there and keep an eye on the chat at the same time. So if you're not in here, we're in here discussing this lawsuit that's going on with Upchurch from Kylie's family, hoping that justice and truth will come out of all of this. If you're not here in hopes of finding justice for Kylie and you're just in here in hopes of running your mouth and putting people down, you can leave, because I don't need that energy here. We are here for Kylie to get the truth and to shine a light. Okay, I don't need your negativity. I don't need your nonsense. Oh, Shelly, I don't know what I missed, but just don't drop emojis, a bunch of emojis in the thing, because you'll get kicked out. Okay, now for some reason now there's a bunch of people in here talking like, bad about Upchurch. Listen, your opinion of him is your opinion of him. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Okay, but it has nothing to do with me, and it has nothing to do with us trying to get the truth for Kylie. Okay. Lord. Upchurch's conduct in belittling a grieving family, accusing them of essentially being actors, faking their loved one's death to profit from a scam, to profit from GoFundMe, was outrageous conduct that no civilized society should tolerate. Oh, but if we start looking into Truckee and the characters and the cops and the people involved and the looking into their conduct, that would not be accepted in a civilized society either. As a result of Upchurch's videos and statements, plaintiffs have suffered serious mental injury, each seeking therapy for psychological injuries specifically attributable as documented in the medical records to the conduct of Ryan Upchurch. I mean, not for nothing, but if you need therapy and psychological, if you need therapy because of psychological issues, because somebody said something that you didn't like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a cold world out there. Okay, negligent infliction of emotional distress. For the reasons stated above, Upchurch may be held liable for negligent infliction of emotional distress. As a result of Upchurch's video publications and false statements, plaintiffs suffered serious mental injury as described above. Damages. Plaintiffs specifically ever that the law of California with respect to the issue of remedies and damages should apply to this action. As plaintiffs reside in California, all injuries complained occurred in California, and all treatment for such injuries occurred in California. The parties have no relationship with each other except through the transmission of Upchurch's YouTube videos, which plaintiffs were made aware of and viewed in California. California thus has the most significant relationship to the parties and occurrence at issue, and California's law of damages should apply. Plaintiffs pray for a recovery of all compensatory damages available under the law, including damages to their reputation, financial losses, emotional distress, and punitive damages based on Upchurch's outrageous, intentional, reckless, and conscious shocking actions. Plaintiff prays for a jury to try this action. And then the lawyer's information. All right. Well, we don't know how much they're going after. They're going after, they said that they're going after the most that they can get. Of course, they want a jury full of Truckee people, right? But I mean, that's the thing, right? So when Kylie's case happened and everybody started looking into everything, and then we started looking into Wayne Wu and not for nothing, but a lot of other Ellie in that area, okay? And a lot of other people in that area and all of their sketchy, corrupt behavior. I mean, they didn't like that, they did not want that. A lot of secrets were uncovered because of Kylie's case. Ryan's lawyer can ask for a change of venue. Well, they most certainly should if that's the case. Just keep bringing the heat. They're scared. Justice for Kylie. There's was a lot that came to light that's public info that it wasn't for Kylie. We would not know. Right. I wonder what the judge thinks about Ryan giving the Hellcat to find Kylie. I mean, now we don't know what Ryan's going to do. We don't know if Ryan is going to choose to fight this. We don't know if he's going to settle to keep it out. We don't know, what's going to happen. But yes, I think the family screwed themselves, okay? I think the people involved screwed themselves. You know, when they decided to be so secretive and not forthcoming, and all of these sketchy things ended up coming out, and all of this inconsistencies with her case and their stories. I mean, we started out, think about this. We started out and the story was 400 plus kids, teenagers, okay? 400 plus teenagers. Oh, and some sketchy dudes who tried to make young girls rip bongs, you know, without their boyfriends present. Anyways, and then there was zero evidence of a party taking place. There was zero photo evidence, zero video evidence that come out of this party. Nobody could put Kylie at this party. I mean, of course, people started looking into things. Of course, people started asking questions. Nothing made any sense. The case will be heard in Tennessee, Lassie said. Even if they came up with proof that this was all an accident, y'all still wouldn't believe it. You're too prideful to admit that all this time and energy you've put into this has been wasted. That's not true. I've been looking for the truth since the very freaking beginning. But you knew we weren't getting the truth because nothing makes sense. Do you really honestly believe that she was at this crazy party? Her friend left her there all wasted. She got into a car and drove into the lake from the hatchback of her vehicle without a freaking drop of water making it into her lungs. Do you really believe that story? Because that's insane. There's no freaking way. So if you could bring proof to me and prove to me that this was an accident, I mean, I don't think that's possible. Because you wouldn't, if it really was an accident, you wouldn't have to come up with all of these lies to cover it up. You would just say, listen, this is what happened. You know, I mean, accidents happen. Tragic accidents do happen. But you don't cover it up with a bunch of lies and a bunch of BS if it was really, truly just an accident. I mean, it wasn't wasted because we said her name and we brought awareness to her case. We've kept her name alive, so it wasn't for nothing. I know her best friends just happened to leave her there at this party that got Sammy overwhelmed, and she's never overwhelmed. She's actually underwhelmed. I mean, come on. And then, you know, all of this stuff came out with that. It's such nonsense. Right? Then why not release the photos of her from the video or from the party? If the case is closed, how come we can't get any information from the FOIA? How come we can't get anything? If the case is really closed, right? Where's the information at? This is so stupid. Yeah, Mags was supposedly only there for 10 minutes and she had to leave because a bunch of guys asked her to do as many bong rips as she could and her boyfriend wasn't there. So she got scared and had to leave. Baloney. Baloney. It is the most ridiculous story I've ever heard. And if it really was an accident, again, you would not have kids running evidence booths. Okay? You wouldn't. Cops don't let kids investigate other children. So Sammy wouldn't have been doing the teen to teen talks. Cops don't let kids collect evidence at tables because there goes the chain of custody for anything that you find. Cops wouldn't let kids be in charge of the search parties. And it not for nothing, but Kylie's grandpa told everybody that she was there all the time. She drove that road so many freaking times, that she's not going to take a wrong turn. Even if, like other people are saying, even if her car was blocked in, they blocked the road, she still would have known that it was not to take that turn. Okay. Drunk or not, right or left, she would have known. And there would be water in her lungs if she went into that water still alive. And what's with the autopsy? What's with the last known photo? What's with nobody coming out and speaking up for Kylie? Why is everybody so silent about it? Where's anybody that actually cared? Where are they? Why hasn't anybody spoke out for her? Why hasn't anybody stood up for her except for YouTubers? I mean, it's so ridiculous. And then, by the way, Lindsay's reaction to Sam was a little bit creepy and a little bit misguided, I would say. Because who's going to be hugging up on Sam, being her best friend, whispering sweet little somethings into her ear when she was the girl who left her daughter? Now, this is according to the story. She's the girl who left your daughter there all completely wasted with strange older men and left her there by herself, knowing that she couldn't drive home and knowing that she wasn't getting a ride home. So that's the misconception, right? She wasn't driving home and she wasn't being driven home. Well, then what did you expect her to do? And I don't care. You're not going to have a party with all of these people and there's not going to be any photo evidence. There's not going to be any video evidence. Are you kidding? Kids' phones, teenagers' phones are permanently attached to their hand. Where are they all? Where's all the hundreds of thousands of videos and photos that they went through? We got photos of people taking photos. We got videos of people taking videos. Where are they? Where are they? Has any journalist interviewed her teachers or other? And why, if the case is closed and it was just a tragic accident, then why, when I contacted Forest Charter and I talked to the lady in the office, she was all like, okay, just let me get the superintendent. That's who you have to talk to. And we can go from there. And then he gets on the phone and I'm like, yes, I'm calling about Kylie Rodni. And he freaking hung up the phone on me. If it was just an accident and shit happens, people wouldn't be like that. I talked to other locals who were like, dude, this case makes no sense whatsoever. So, I mean, here's to hoping and praying that this will actually give us some answers. Here's to hoping and praying that this will actually get us to the truth of what happened to Kylie. Here's to hoping and praying that light is spread on this entire case and that all the darkness is exposed. Because I think if Ryan does choose to fight this, what we should do is try to collect anything that we can collect, whether it's from our videos, whether it's from whatever, to help him in exposing this through the court system. You know what I mean? Let the truth come to light. Yeah. So, I mean, it's up to you guys, but if you guys want to send me anything to make sure that I have it, because I think we should join this fight, right? I think we should join in this in trying to expose the shit that they did. Because I feel like any judge outside of a truckee judge is going to look at this and be like, whoa, wait a second. How come all this shit is happening? How come all this is coming out? Where's all this information? Yeah. And yeah, not only for that, but for freedom of speech too. For freedom to have your own damn opinion and share it the way you want. Oh, Shay Watson, thank you for the super chat. Oh. Here's to your dedication to the quest for answers. I'm new to your channel, but here for the long haul. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But that's all I've been doing since the beginning is just trying to find the truth. Just trying to find the truth and spread light to expose all the darkness. But all right, you guys, my kids are waiting for me, but I will be coming back on later, and I want to see if, Larissa and a couple other people want to join me. Hopefully can figure out what the hell happened with the audio here. Please, you guys, do me a favor and just hit that thumbs up for me to show your support for the channel. Consider subbing to the channel if you haven't already. And please just send me any info that you think may be important, that you think, because I think we should all join in this fight. I really do. I think we should all join in this fight and try to get justice and try to get the truth. Yeah, the live chat is still on there. So yeah, I made sure I kept that on there. All right, you guys, I love you. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light, and let's get truth for Kylie. I'll see you guys all later. Thank you.